Hi, my name is Laura Ellen and I am doing a review of the Solgaard Hustle Backpack in steel. They have other colors, but this is in steel. I'm doing this because I am a student, and so I'm doing this from the student perspective. I've had this bag for about two and a half weeks, and so I've used it every day since I've gotten it. This video is not sponsored, review is not sponsored at all. I paid for this backpack myself. And so let's get into it. So this is the outside of the bag. They have different color schemes. If you have preferences that are different than mine, things that I like about it, I love this color. I love the fact that this is vegan leather. That's important to me. One thing that surprised me when I got the bag, it's taller than I expected. I'm like 5'6", and so I don't know, it hasn't been a problem with carrying it. It was just taller than I expected, but as we'll see, you can fit a lot of stuff in here, which I think is really fantastic. So this is the outside of the bag, water resistant, which I think is great. It rains a lot here, so that's nice. So let's start with the back. On the back, we have the handle. So let's start there. So the handle is really sturdy. I know with other bags, I get worried that, you know, the handle is going to break, especially with like flimsy purses these days, I feel. But this is really nice if you go into a public bathroom and you need to hang your bag. It's great. You don't have to put it on the floor, which can sometimes be really disgusting. And then we have the straps here. So there are two pockets on either side. The one pocket I like to put my keys in. The other pocket I like to put my headphones, which is really great. So I walk about half a mile to the bus and then take public transportation into the university. And so it's been really nice to have my keys and my headphones easily accessible to me as I'm walking, and I don't have to have extra pockets or something like that. They have two pockets here, so I like to put my student ID here. I use my student ID for a lot of things, and it's also in a case. So if you have an ID or a credit card or something, that can easily fit, just the card itself can easily fit into one of these two pockets. Like I said, I have my ID in a case, and so it fits into one of these perfectly well, and it's nice to have that, again, easily accessible to me. As you can see, there's lots of padding on the back of the bag as well as on the straps, and so that's a really nice feature as well. I've been using my LL Bean backpack from high school, and so this was a really nice upgrade, certainly, for me, for my shoulders and for my back as I walk to and from school. Flipping around to the front of the bag, I really like kind of the black detailing here, and what we have is this hook. So the hook really holds the top of the bag down, keeps it secure. The one thing I have to say about this is that it is a little tricky to get one off. So you kind of have to push the top down to give this strap enough give so that you can easily open and close this hook. And so, it'll be interesting to see as I use the bag more if this, thing here will get too loose, or if it will get just loose enough that it works well. It has gotten a little looser as I've used it every day, but other than that. And then one feature that I really do like are the magnets. So there's little magnets here with their connectors, as you can see here and here, and they're really strong and they just like hold the bag closed. So typically I use the hook and close it with the hook when I'm going from my home to the university, which means getting on a bus and everything like that. So you're moving around, there's lots of people. When I'm going from class to class or from my office to a meeting, I like to use just the magnets because it's easy and then I can easily get in and out of the bag pretty easily. So that's the outside. Like I said, it's a little taller than I expected, but I've had no problems carrying it or, with my bag. Again, I'm like 5'6", and so just keep that in mind. All right, so that was the outside of the bag. Now let's look at the inside of the bag. Okay, so now we're going to look at the inside of the bag. All right, so we have our magnets, and we're going to open the bag. So the first feature here is this pouch. So on the company's website, on their videos and things, they talk about this pouch, and it's a great place to put cords and cables and things. I haven't used it for that. I have my wallet in here, so it's nice if I'm at a store or, you know, something and I need, you know, to use my wallet, I can just pull it here. But it's also secure, so, you know, it's inside the bag, which is a nice feature. And so the next thing, so like I said, I packed this bag just as though I was going to school. So this is everything I take with me to school. And so the first thing is my laptop. So I have a smaller laptop. I have it in an extra case. You definitely could just put just your laptop right into this pocket. It is very sturdy, and it has some nice fabric. It's very soft and feels warm and fuzzy. But like I said, you know, I have an extra, you know, an extra case in there, you know, just because I get worried about things. I also have found that if I'm in meetings or class or things and I get loose papers and I don't have a place to put them, I tend to put them in here with my laptop just so they don't get bent or, you know, anything like that. And so that's been a really nice feature that I've liked as well. So one thing I will say, and one thing that has been a little frustrating for me, although I've quickly gotten over it, is that it's a little hard to get 3-ring binders in this bag. So I have a 3-ring binder in here, and I can pull it out here, and it just fits. So this is a thin 3-ring binder, maybe a 1/2 inch or so, and so you know, I certainly can fit this in here. But if I have a lot of other things in the bag, I can't fit multiple 3-ring binders in here. So I would say that's one drawback of the bag. I also have my water bottle in here, you know, my to-do list, and my bag. This has, you know, my my glasses case and extra pens and cords and things like that. And then I have, you know, my computer cable in there. And then I have my pen and highlighter here. Again, they say, you know, on the company's website that you can put, you know, business cards and things in here. I haven't used it for that. I mean, you definitely could use it for that. But I just like to keep it empty. Maybe I'll find a use for it at some point. They have a little key hook here. this is my office key for my desk. And so I keep it there, you know, because when I get to my desk, I, you know, open up my backpack and there it is. So, and as you can see, you know, it's very, you know, there's lots of space in there. Earlier this week, you know, it was a little chilly outside and I thought maybe I would need a sweater. So I like shoved a sweater in the bottom and put everything else in on top, and, you know, all of this fit in with a sweater in the bottom. Okay, so we have the side lock over on this side. And here it is. I would imagine if you're traveling, that would be something that would be really helpful. And there's also a deep mesh pocket on that side as well. Now in the front of the bag, they also have 2 pockets. Hopefully, as you can see there. The top pocket, I have an extra set of pens, different colored pens. The bottom mesh pocket, I don't have anything. But again, I think this is, you know, as I use it more, I'm sure I'll think of things to put in there. So again, I am able to fit all of this in here. You know, I typically start with this here. Again, it's just like, it's a little tricky to just get it in there, to get the water bottle in there. You know, my big bag of random things that I like to carry around, and my notebook. And again, just closing it. Again, these magnets really pull it in nicely. And so that is my review. I will say it's really durable material, and so I think that's a really nice feature, that you have material, at least that I you know, perceive to be really strong and sturdy, and that it'll last a while. And so I think for the price, I mean, I paid $95 for this off of their website, off of the Solgaard website. And for that price, I think it's well worth it. Again, I'll see how the wear goes. I've used it for about 2.5 weeks at this point. So I think the key things that I'll be looking at is, you know, is it functional for my life as a student? And then especially this front part, how will that wear? Is this loop here going to stretch out too much? that, you know, it doesn't really become as functional. Yeah, so this is my review. If you have any additional questions, I'm happy to answer them. You can reach me at my Twitter handle, which I'll put on here, or put your comments or questions in the comments below, and I will be sure to respond to you. I did not receive anything for doing this. I just think it's important for someone who's used it for a couple weeks, and from a student perspective, which I think is a bit of a different perspective. I think if you're a professional who, you know, does a lot of traveling or works out of your car or something, I think this could be a really excellent choice for you. I think it's an excellent choice for me as a student with certain limitations, but I love the design. I love the look of the bag. And I love the fact, you know, especially with the vegan leather component as well. So that's my review. Thanks so much. And let me know if you have any questions.